If you are holding Flare right now and you're not making any passive income with it, you're making a massive mistake because you are missing out on a lot of gains that you can actually make with holding Flare. And I will tell you all in this video the difference between delegation and staking. I will also explain a lot of other things regarding the pros and cons of these two. So even if you are making money with Flare, this video is also very good for you. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I am doing with my Flare. What is going on, everybody? It's King Karan with another Flare content for you guys. And this is definitely the most requested video that a lot of people out there were asking me. What is the best thing? Should you stake or should you delegate? And what are you actually doing? And I was thinking, I was like, let me just make a video about this and let me explain this to everybody here. What the difference is, what is the pros and cons of all of this. And I will also show you some websites that you really need to look into in order to make your own decision if they really care about increasing their rewards for you guys. So these are the things I will show you in this video too. So you guys are ready, prepped up after this video, knowing what to do next with your Flare. Because after this video, I expect everybody to make cash flow with their Flares. So this is the official Flare Network website showing you the difference between delegating and staking. But if you are new to all of this and you don't really know how to delegate or how to stake, on this page they are also explaining to you how to delegate and how to stake. So I will put this link down below for all you guys. And I also made a YouTube short about this regarding how to delegate on your Bifrost wallet, which is even way more simpler. So make sure to check that video out after this video. But as you can see, if you're going to delegate, delegators receive a share of the rewards earned by the data providers they have delegated to. The more accurate a data provider submission and the larger the number of tokens delegated to them, the more rewards they receive and are able to share with their delegators. So you have these data providers who are actually validating data, who are validating price feeds of any other token. Because if you're going to build something on Flare and you need the prices of these assets, let's say you're going to build a wallet, a multi-chain wallet, then yeah, you need these data providers because they are providing you the data that you need on that application. So yeah, what I was talking about, if it comes to oracles, these guys are part of it. And you're actually delegating to them because your Flares are going to be turned into vote power for all of them. So, but it also depends which data provider you are obviously choosing, which is also very important. And I will explain this to you guys more in this video. But you're actually making sure that this whole Oracle system is in place. You are part of it. And with stake, stakers can delegate their stake to validators on the network. Staked FLR is locked for a period of time. You see, that's a difference. You have to lock your Flare, but with delegating, you don't need to. Participants choose how to stake, to delegate, and for how long their stake will be locked. So there is a difference already. The reward payouts every 3.5 days, and for stake it's every 2 weeks. And obviously, yeah, the Flare drops are over, so this is not valid anymore. But the most important part is obviously that the lockup period is at least 2 weeks for staking. For delegating, you don't need to lock up your Flare. So as you can see over here, probably, yeah, the time limits. But as you can see over here, the automating claiming support. Data provides manually claim rewards, and the community can use auto claiming. That's for delegating, but for staking, it's not available. And also one more thing, with staking, you need at least 50,000 Flare to stake. That is also very important. And like I mentioned, minimum of 14 days. For delegating, it's any amount, and there is no lockup period. But there's also a thing here with the time limits, obviously, because these unclaimed rewards will be burned after 90 days. So always make sure to claim your rewards if you're delegating, which is very important. So let me show you this amazing website called Catenalytica. This website is actually showing you the performances, the staking rewards, the delegation rewards, everything you need to know about these data providers. Because before you're going to stake or delegate, you should actually know how these data providers are doing. Because you have some data providers who are not up to date, who are actually making sure that you're actually losing rewards because they're not participating that much in the Flare ecosystem. That actually leaves you hanging with very low rewards. So this website is actually perfect for you to look at. So we should go to apps, go to reward analytics, and this actually shows you the uptime score, which is very important. Is that provider actually up to date with every single epoch, delegation APY, and staking APY? And you have people who are just only chasing these high numbers, right? So let's say they are delegating. They're just looking for, 8.54. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. But you should also know about the uptime score. You should know if they are trustworthy, because you have a lot of those data providers over here. These are hundreds of them. And you should actually ask yourself, do you want long-term sustainable rewards? And an FTSO provider that actually gives you good rewards, sustainable, without any volatility, right? Because let's say if one provider is not signing up for another epoch, then yeah, there goes your reward. So you should really be careful for that. So also make sure to look at uptime score, delegation APY, and the staking APY. And you can already see the big difference, because obviously delegation APY is more than half of the staking APY. So we can already see which one is kind of good. But it obviously comes with the good things and the bad things, because obviously, 14%, which is amazing, way better than the 6.4, but you need to lock it up, and you need to have at least 50,000 Flare. But the rewards, they are tempting, man. They're way more than the delegation rewards. But you also need to know one thing, is that if you're going to stake your Flares to a Price Kraken or to a Catenalytica, these can also be full, because they have a certain limit. And once you miss out, then people are going to delegate. But obviously, if I would recommend you guys who you would delegate or stake to, I mean, these two are the champions, man. Shout out to Catenalytica, obviously, for creating this whole website. And as you can see, they obviously have their own data provider. Obviously, also a massive shout out to Price Kraken, because without him, I would not even know about all of this, how this whole FTSO world is working. Because I was first delegating to Bifrost, and in that time, it gave me 3.5% if it comes to delegation rewards. But I didn't really knew that you had way better validators out there, because I was on the Bifrost app, and I directly thought, okay, let me just delegate to Bifrost, which it kind of makes sense for me. But then after he explained to me how this whole thing is working, I need to look at uptime score and all of that, and how accurate the data is from that provider, then it really opened my eyes. And since then, I got double the rewards in that time, because Bifrost was 3.5. Price Kraken was more than 7 in that time. And I'm still delegating to Price Kraken myself, because obviously without him, I would probably still get way lower rewards. So massive shout out to Price Kraken, massive shout out to Catenalytica, because these two are champions. You can already see it. Uptime score, almost the same. Delegation APY, almost the same. You look at staking APY, almost the same. So for me, these two are definitely the way to go, but you obviously have more amazing FTSO providers out there. So you can obviously check out on any other FTSO here. But this is an amazing website for you to really look and open your eyes what is really happening. And you can really see everything. I mean, the vote power insights. How much vote power do they have? You look at FTSO performance, all of these performance, how are they performing? How are they validating these data from these cryptocurrencies? And now the last question remains. Am I staking or am I delegating? And let me tell you something, guys. I am delegating currently, but I am going to move over to staking because obviously I am a long-term Flare holder. I keep on DCAing, I keep on dollar cost averaging. So my goal is not to sell anytime soon. My goal is not to move my Flare that much. I mean, I do have a portion that I will do something else with it, and I will tell you guys in the next video what I'm going to do with that portion of my Flare. But in general, I think staking can be a better option for the long-term people, obviously. But if you want more flexibility, you want to move around, then yeah, delegation rewards is good for you, but still, you need to look at the difference between the rewards, right? Because, like I said in this video, the rewards are different. And obviously, the lock-up periods are also different. Because with delegating, you can just freely move over. But with staking, you have to lock it up for at least 2 weeks. So these are the differences between staking and delegating. And in the next video, or that will probably be next week, I'm going to give you guys more ways to create passive income. I'm going to introduce you guys with a lot of new things that actually will make you excited. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to put something down below. Let me know what you think about this video. And also tell me if you are staking or delegating. And I see you guys next time.